We can go home now. You can take over.
I know, right?
There you go.
Hey, thanks. Hey, Brian.
Ashmatic and Marlon brother and everyone in the chat. Hope you're good. What the hell just happened? There's never in doubt, was it? Never in doubt. We all went in there thinking, "Hey, what the hell just happened?" Honestly, this football club for your blood pressure, mate. Honestly, I live with. You sit there like, what the hell has just happened? I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. I cannot believe it.
Brian, like me and Ash, when we started today, right? I think we both said what we wanted to do was just bring some fun and energy to the stream because we'll be honest, we're both expecting a battering, not a battering, but we're expecting a defeat.
I'll be wrong.
But the energy kind of went, like the players gave us just some more energy. Like first 15 minutes was a bit sketchy, but because nothing was going in, and literally we just started to feel the confidence that they were doing. So I can only imagine what it was like for you.
You know what it was yesterday? I said to myself, it's like, right, City don't lose at home, we don't win away.
Yeah.
Manchester City have key players coming back. We have key players out.
Yeah.
Pepper's just signed a new contract. And just coming under some heat from the fan base and the media. I said, 2-1 Tottenham all day long with all that. And I was just joking. I was like, and literally, do you know what? Saw the lineup. We'll talk about the players in a sec. And then when you saw Basuma get a yellow card in 10 seconds, you're like, oh, right, that's him. He's got to be careful. Then I don't know how they didn't score in that first brief spell. But my word, after that, do you know what? And I will say this before we start talking about the players themselves, every single player, from Vicario to the substitutes, gave absolutely everything for the cause today. Ange Postecoglou apparently said he was coming out and he said he's going to make changes. And I've said I've been very vocal with it. I will never turn my back on a manager. I'm not starting with Ange now. Well, he's going to make those changes. And it had a huge impact in today. And now let's just hope moving forward, because I heard you. I can't remember who you was talking to, Ash, but you were asking. It might have been Ross when I was on the train home when you're saying, "Is this Ange ball? Was this anti-Ange ball?" Well, it might have been you, Marlon. Do you know what? This brand of football that we played today was magnificent against the best of the best. This football, do you know what? If implemented right, not saying, "Oh, now we're going to go and smash everyone," but we looked more together. We looked more cohesive. The press looked better. The teamwork looked better. The attitudes looked better. Everything was night and day from Ipswich. And you can't just... If it had been the other way round and we'd lost to City and then did this to Ipswich, people would be going, "Oh, yeah, well, it's only Ipswich, blah, blah." We've just been up. Man City have lost 4 games in a row. Now 5. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Crisis.
They haven't lost in, I think it's 52 home games in the Premier League. And we've come... Listen, today it is credit all round to Ange Postecoglou and those players. Without foul.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Well, the question I was posing to most people was, like, in this game, we had less of the ball. So City had like something like 58% of the ball.
Yep.
Or I don't know, 52%. I think we had 48. So we had less of the ball. Now we're going to come against teams like your Fulhams and your Bournemouths who are coming up. Do you think we're typically going to surrender that possession? Because I brought it up before because I saw us against Brentford at home, and the Brentford game when we beat them, we had either equal amount of possession or less of the ball. And we did a similar...
we did have less of the percentage. Brentford had more.
Yeah, Brentford had more of the ball. We did a similar type of performance. Do you think moving forward we can see performances like this, or will it be more of the typical Ange ball where we have a lot more of the ball and we find it hard to break teams, and then they do the reverse to what we did to City on us?
Well, you know what it is though, Ash. When we've had a lot of the possession, we've had so many chances and not taken them, or the final ball.
Like City did today.
No, what I'm saying is if you look at Ipswich, we created a lot of chances. We just couldn't take them. And then the lack of battle, the lack of fight was there. We had less of the ball, conserved more energy. And when we had our chances, we bloody well took them. Don't get me wrong. Listen, Man City had a host of chances. Vicario made some incredible saves. I heard Kayla saying before what the commentary was saying, where she was with that, where they just hit his chest or straight at him. So what?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
He's either they're either a straight at him or he's got his angles right, and he's got a clean sheet. Mate, we've gone to Manchester twice this season,
away from
and
home.
we smashed them 7-0. We scored 7 against the Manchesters without response. Do you know what? We'll get into the players now. One person I'm going to call out immediately, Ben Davies. Honestly, I was talking to Ben on his way home, and I've been talking to a few other people. Do you know what? If you look at that defence today, Dragushin, if you're going to pronounce it right, and Ben Davies looked very, very composed.
Yeah.
They look very
they did.
composed.
They did, yeah.
They look more aligned and in control than some of Romero's performances. Now, I'm not saying, oh my God, I want these two to start over Romero and Van de Ven, but there was a base there. Kulusevski, who I did not want to see at right back ever again. My God, they were sensational. Absolutely sensational. Porro looked better. Mate, it is just a very... Listen, today, I know there's people that will still be saying Ange out. You never hear that from me, and people have got their right. It's one game. Let's see if people have their right to their... But you've got to be able to give credit where credit is due.
Yes, agreed.
And this is the thing. You know what? Listen, you know that I'm very outspoken on a certain person. I'm not speaking about him today. There's no need to. But I will go for him whenever I can. But I will say, well done, we got players in early, or well done, you did. You've got to be able to, even if you don't like a player or you don't like the manager, you've just beat Man City 4-0. 4-0. That don't happen very often to Manchester City or a Pep Guardiola team, period.
Yeah, when is the last time?
Or a team that are champions and haven't lost for 52 games at home.
Exactly. And we have just wiped the floor with them. It could have been more. Listen, I mean, so to sum up how crazy this day was today,
I hit the post.
Timo Werner made Kyle Walker look like a tortoise for the run for that goal. He just zoomed
showed
past
his
him.
age, yeah.
Like, right. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kyle Walker had played 90 minutes, but
tired legs.
Kyle Walker does not get taken over or outrun. He went zooming past him. Listen, could we have been a bit tighter in the 15 minutes? Were we lucky not to have conceded in that first 15 minutes? You have to say yes. But they didn't think, oh my God, we're under the cosh, we're under siege here. And I will say, a player that I've been very, very critical of, James Maddison, well done. That's what you are capable of doing. And I saw Paul O'Keefe said apparently him and Ange had a heart-to-heart this week and they've cleared the air. Well, carry on clearing the air, because today, honestly, I can't pick a bad thing to say about the performance, apart from that first 15-minute spell and Bissouma picking up a yellow card. But that is, that shouldn't even be a talking point right now. It should be, we've won 4-0. Can we now do this against smaller teams without disrespect, obviously, everyone with Man City, when these Fulham games, the Bournemouth's away. And don't forget, Bournemouth away have beaten City and Arsenal. Can we now...
They lost today, though, didn't they, to Brighton?
There you go. But this is the thing. Can we go there and put in performances like that? And it doesn't always have to be gun-ho, 50 miles an hour, overlapping with the fullbacks the whole time. I mean, I think I've heard Destiny might have done his hamstring.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or that's just rumours or whatever.
Free
but listen, how can you not be delighted and happy as a Spurs fan today?
And that's
with
what
a
we said.
performance like that.
Yeah,
with a performance like that. You've got, listen, like I said, there's people that will still go, oh, Ange needs to go. Ange. And right, you may still feel that way.
Brian, does this performance, because both me and Marlon spoke about this, the lack of a DM for Man City being ultra open on the counter-attack, does it kind of highlight to Spurs fans that actually we really do need physicality? We need a defensive midfielder going into January.
I 100% think we do. 100% think we do. It's whether whether we bring one in and whether it's hard to bring someone in January. Because what I want to do is, if we're going to bring in a number 6, go get a very high quality one, not one that might be good in 2 years. Because if we can see that this could be a huge, it could be a huge position for us, or really steady the ship, then you have to go and get someone ready-made to jump in and walk into that first team. Just like look at our window. Solanke came in, he's the only first teamer, regular bang that's come in. Well, if we're going to do that this window, I think if we're going to briefly touch on the window, I think we need to get another left back. For me, because it obviously the position, a left back, a goalkeeper, and a number 6 would be absolutely. But they need to be. I don't mind with the left back if it's that Drogo, you know what I mean, not an established, because we know Destiny is. Goalkeeper, we need to find a high caliber goalkeeper that is prepared to sit and really compete with Vicario. And then what we got to look at is if a number 6 is the route we're going to go down, or if that's the avenue and finally decides, I need a number 6, then don't go and get one for 2 years' time. Don't go and get one that might be a bit. Go and spend the money and get an established, ready to walk into that first team and make an impact immediately. But that's again if Ange wants that number 6, isn't it?
Anything else?
No, nothing. I think you summed it up nicely, Brian, as per usual.
Big up,
Well, thank you, boys, and hopefully I'll be able to make sure I see you when I'm back in April, as well as someone else that's about to come on the screen. I'm going to stay in the back end and watch this because I'm going to be entertained. I want to be entertained, as the fan base says. So I'm going to stay behind for this one.
All right, Tottenham away's finest.
Thank you,
Brian.
Tottenham on tour.
Tottenham on tour. Sorry, Tottenham on tour. Yep, big up.
Get off the phone.